Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about Phantom Leader. I have a little cold right now, so that's why my voice sounds so deep and awesome. Phantom Leader is a solo board game, or more of a war game, that is chip-based. Let's see how it translated to iOS, as this is kind of a unique topic to be brought to iOS. Because Phantom Leader is a solo player game, it's a game that's played against the board. In this case, you are picking a mission, so you can pick the year of the mission, which determines what sites and targets are available, as well as the force you'd like to use, the U.S. Air Force or the U.S. Navy. It has a very Top Gun vibe, and you will be selecting a team of pilots. They all have cool nicknames, and they all have different levels of skill. You get pilots from different levels of skill and can upgrade them or use them as is, depending on what you have available to you. Once you have your team selected, you will be going on a mission, which generally involves sending certain of your fighters on a target-bound mission where they will destroy or neutralize a target. In each mission, there is an event card which you can activate, which in this case allows me to destroy one of the sites that I am facing on my way in to attack this target. There's a lot going on in this game. It's very complex, and the game has a built-in tutorial, as well as between each step it kind of tries to tell you what is going on. It works in some ways. I'm a new player to this, and I have to admit that even reading all the text and everything that was available, I still was a little confused until I went into the full rulebook. The designers have also chosen to stick very closely to how the game looks on paper, so you have the chits, and will be familiar to those that have played the game before. I am not exactly sure if this was a good or a bad idea. It really depends on your opinion. In my opinion, I feel like there was a lot of potential, and it could have been more polished and also more clear to users if it had used something besides small chits. The game also features some standard options, which allow you to turn off the tutorial bubbles, which you saw throughout my playtime of the game. You can also mess with the sound of the music. There's also the rulebook, which you can also access from a different spot outside. And if you look here, the rulebook actually is online based, so this means that you need to be connected. I tried to look it up on the train, realizing that I did not have 3G and was unable to read the rules. But yeah, if you're at home or have 3G on your iPad, you can go ahead and check out those rules. I have to say up front that my experience with Phantom Leader is limited. I have only played the app and never experienced the game on my own. I'm not a huge war gamer, and though I saw the title, just never got around to playing it as of yet. If you are an experienced player, I believe this is the ideal way to play. You have rules enforcement here, as well as a very almost exact mirroring of the physical components, and you also have the ability to get reminded on the rules, and the game does all the calculations for itself. So this allows you to play the game fairly and not make mistakes, and also to play the game more quickly since the game is doing all the work for you. For new players, Phantom Leader has quite a high price point, so if you've never played the game before, it's going to cost quite a bit for you to try it out. Secondly, it's going to require a lot of work on your part to play through the game with the tutorial running, as well as reading the rulebook. I have to say the tutorial does explain what each piece does, however, it kind of, in my opinion, fails to capture the overall context of everything. So it does not keep track of things as a whole, but rather talks about them in a very limited aspect. I really do wish that they had worked more on the graphic design of this game. It seems like things are a little arbitrary, like placing chits that can go oriented in one corner of a space or another corner of a space, which really doesn't make sense and confuses me as a new player as to what the orientation in the space means, though I believe it means nothing as far as I can tell. This may not be an issue for you, which is perfectly valid, but as I'm reviewing this game, I believe that the graphic design should have taken more advantage of the video game elements, and that this was really a missed opportunity. I don't mean to hit it too hard on this, since I think there's lots of other good and valid parts of the app. I just feel like this area could have been improved on greatly. For an experienced player who wants to recreate this game almost exactly as they play it on the board, but with rules enforcement and also calculations being done for you, this is definitely a 4 out of 5 app, and I will direct you to a review that kind of comes from that point of view. For a new player, the point of view could be very different. I think that it's going to be a challenge to get into the game, and I think that though it could be lower, I really think that for me it's a 3 out of 5. It is trying a lot of ambitious things, and it's doing fairly well, but it does need a lot of work in several areas. So definitely a 3 out of 5 for now.